Go check out today's sponsor, GrailRewards.com. Be a hero. Get a Grail. Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Edwin, the comic jabroni, coming at you. Today is the 11th of April of 2019, and this is my weekly ongoing series of new comic book day pickups and review video. In this video, I just kind of go over the books that I picked up yesterday, along with giving you some reviews on it. Last night, I did an Instagram live video showing off the independent books that I picked up, and I did my reviews on there. So if you want to catch the independent reviews, go to Instagram, and there's going to be on my live stories. I will show you at least the books that I did pick up. This week was, kind of a light week. There were some good books out there. A lot of books that I left out on the wall because I got to get away from just picking up covers. That I don't read the book. I pick it up because I really dig the cover. I got to get away from that. So you're going to notice that trend going forward. I did, before we get into what I picked up, did want to show you a video of the inside of my local comic shop. I've heard a couple times from that last video that I did, I recorded inside. Some people wanted to see more of the inside of my store. I mean the store that I go to, Heroes and Fantasies here in San Antonio. I know Rob the Rican and I we were talking, and he wanted to see more. So I did find out Heroes and Fantasies here in San Antonio, right? There are two stores here in San Antonio. There's one on the west side of town and one here where I live on the northeast part of San Antonio. And it is the first and second biggest stores, comic book stores in Texas. All right, just found that out today. I was talking to Mike, the owner, and he was kind of giving me the breakdown. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop that video in and either put some little bit of music, or I'm gonna see if I can try to record a voiceover on it and give you a little bit more details. We'll see. So we'll be back in a second. So this is the back wall of the store. These are all the new comics that came out this week. And then along the right side of that is last week's comics. Right in front of there, you get different shelves with comics from a month to 2 months ago. And they have Marvel, they have DC, and they have other shelves for independent books. This right here are their quote-unquote wall book area. And they have it kind of broken down by Marvel, DC, there's Deadpool. They have some books in the glass shelves you can see there. Batman, along the top they have their CGC books. There's a absolute beautiful Batman 227 back there that I have my eye on, but I already have a copy of that, so I don't need another one. And here's more of their really rare or more expensive books there. So nice inside, usually run by a gentleman named Ace. He's always back there, but on Thursdays he's off. This is the area right in front of all the comics that just has a lot of their statues and of that nature. Nice stuff. Not really the biggest person into statues, although I do now own a black suit Spider-Man statue. And here's the last bit that I recorded, just inside. All right, so as you can see, that's the inside of the store. Showed you a little bit more. They got some really badass statues in there. A lot of nice wall books that I am in the process of talking Mike down on. See if he can come down on the price a little bit, even though their prices are pretty fair market value on them. Can't really complain. But let's go ahead, get into, I'm going to show you some older books that I picked up, and then we'll get into new comic book day. These are all from different spots. My buddy Alan went by, picked up a few from him. Got this Captain America 317, really awesome yellow cover there. Also picked up Captain America 321. He got that Uzi he's shooting off. Blah, 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 blah. Dig that. And he gave me Transformers 22. And it's a newsstand. This is a sweet cover here with Megatron on the cover. When I say he gave them to me, he pretty much did, because I bought a lot of Immortal Hulk. This new Immortal Hulk, he gave me pretty much 1 through 13 or 14. And just part of the deal, he threw these 3 books in. So really dig that. Also went by Scruffy Nerd Herders the other day. Picked up a few books from them. Got DC Comics Presents. This is number 41 with Superman and the Joker. You know me, anything with the Joker, I am totally down on getting. Picked up Avengers 260. This actually just came out the other week as a True Believers. This is, I think, the origin of Nebula. This is where you actually find out that she's the granddaughter of Thanos. With Shazam just coming out, this book is picked up a little bit of steam. Shazam was an awesome movie. I hope you guys had a chance to go out and watch it. Picked up Justice League 21. Really dig this cover with Shazam and Black Adam on there fighting. And then picked up a few Batman books. Got Batman Gotham Adventures number 45. This is a really cool cover. Super low print run on here, but it does have almost every single one of Batman's, you know, rogue gallery drawn on there. Super sweet to find that. It's actually a book you rarely see. I hardly ever see it. Picked up Detective Comics 620. One of my Instagram followers, I think he goes by Batman Covers or something. I'll end up putting it in here. His actual picture that you see is this cover, and I always dug it. I was like, oh man, that is so super sweet. So glad to find a copy of that. Didn't have it in the personal collection. Picked up this Batman and Robin All-Stars, Frank Miller and Jim Lee. This is number 7. So this has seen a little bit of controversy. Not sure if you guys are aware. This book right here actually has Canary and Batman engage in some sexual activity as the bad guys burn away on a dock out by the sea. It's super crazy. They're actually like Batman is killing these guys. He sets the whole dock on fire, and guess him and Black Canary, they start fornicating. Super crazy. Glad I found it. Here's another one. Batman and Spawn, War Devil. And the book that I've been talking about for, I'd say about a month and a half, 2 months, that I've been looking for, because I am trying to find every first appearance of the Batman family that I can. Not necessarily his rogue gallery, but the family. Every single one of the Robins. Who else is there? Cassandra Cain. I'm looking for that first appearance now. That's the next one I need. Batman 567, I want to say it is. Huntress, I have her first appearance, so I am looking for those. But this one is one that I'm glad that I knocked off the list. It's Batman Beyond, number 1. First appearance of Terry McGinnis, the Batman Beyond. So, super glad to get that. And guys, make sure that if you do pick this book up, it is not the free Six Flags variant of it. That obviously that's a good book to have, but it's not as sought after and as valuable as this one is. This, as you can see up here, does have the $1.99 price tag, okay, and it has the barcode. The free one does not have the barcode, and it'll say free up here at the top. So those are the old books that I picked up. Super happy to have those in the personal collection, guys, in the personal collection. So let's get into those independent books. We're going to run through these real quick. Picked up from IDW. Here, let me show it to you. Amber Blake, number 1. This one came out last week. Heard a lot of talk about it, that it was it's a pretty good series. So went ahead and picked that one up. It is in a magazine format. Second printing of a book that came out last month, I was happy to find, is from Image. And this is Little Bird, number 1, or chapter 1. This is the second print, like I said. This is an awesome story, guys. Hope you were able to find first print. If not, find you that second print. Digging that. Next up, we got Ronin Island, number 2. Awesome cover right here with the samurai, and you got this other samurai in the foreground that I didn't even notice until Perry Comics had talked about it. Giving Ronin Island a chance. Like I said, with independent books, if I'm able to jump into the series in the number 1, I'll pick it up until maybe the third issue. If it grabs me and it catches my my attention, I'll keep going on with it. But I'm at least gonna give it 3 issues. If not, I'll drop it. All right, guys, the one that everybody was talking about this week, I know White Whale Comics, Alec did a live stream last night with John Comic with Kids. They talked about this book, and it is Faithless #1. This is the A cover, written by Brian Azzarello. Super crazy story. The ending kind of made my head explode. I was like, dang, this is crazy. And what's even crazier about it, it's from Boom Studios. Boom Studios to me is more of a kids comic publishing company. They do the Power Rangers, a lot of the WWE wrestling comics come out of there. So for them to put out a comic that's so I don't know, sexually, full of sexual innuendo like this, kind of blew my mind. But anyways, guys, that's the independent books that I picked up. We're gonna start. We're gonna go into DC next. This is where I picked up the least amount of books as far as DC Marvel. First up, we got Red Hood Outlaw 33. This is the B cover variant. Super awesome cover. It's a little dark. I wish it was lit up a little bit more so you could see Red Hood, but it really reminds me of a Mortal Kombat character like Scorpion. As far as the story goes, Jason Todd comes back to Gotham because he had been kicked out of Gotham by Batman. He killed, or supposedly had killed, the Penguin, Oswald Cobblepot, but he comes back to Gotham and now he's taken over the Penguin Lounge, or the Iceberg Lounge. Batman in the last issue wasn't a fan of that, and he comes to him and he says, what the heck are you doing here? I told you to leave. And Jason Todd says, well, you told Red Hood to leave. I'm Jason Todd. So kind of loopholed his way back in. I am going to show you an image inside because I want to say there's a first appearance of a new villain team, I want to say. There's the inside artwork for that. Pretty cool. He still has a Penguin in this kind of like a cage. But if we keep going on right there, so there's the team. They're called the 5 Aces. Not a team that I had seen before, and I looked it up. They really remind me of that. I think they're called the Aces or the Royal Flush family, but this isn't the Royal Flush family. This is a totally new group. So super cool. I'm digging Red Hood. I gotta say, he is one of my favorite Bat family members, Jason Todd. Didn't like him as Robin, but I like his persona as the Red Hood. On a scale of 1 to 10, I got to give it a 7.5 to an 8. Really digging that story. Next up, probably my favorite Batman book of the week. That's got to be Detective Comics 1001. Did get the B cover. This is the David Finch cover. My comic shop over-ordered on the B cover variant and didn't really order a lot of the A cover. I was hoping to get the A cover because that's going to be that first cover appearance of the Arkham Knight. Plus, they changed the Detective Comics logo on the on the top of that book. So I will be going out and try to find that book, but as of now, I got Detective Comics 1001, and this is going to be a follow-up to 1000. At the very end of that book, you do see Arkham Knight. In this one, it's called Medieval Part 2. And it looks like Arkham Knight has himself a little cult of followers that he's giving them powers, and he's giving them, well, I don't know if powers, but he gives them abilities and some armor, and they go out and fight Batman. And you do finally get, another appearance of Arkham Knight at the very end. He comes out of nowhere and he kind of puts Batman down, and in that last panel he has his foot in Batman's neck. So definitely go out and pick Detective Comics 1001. As of right now, Detective Comics is head and shoulders above the Batman series, and I would say it's a slightly better story than what's going on with this next book. And let's get into that. The next book is going to be The Batman Who Laughs #4. This is the Jock cover, and of course I had to pick up the B cover as well. This is the Care Andrews cover, guys. All right, so I'm going to show you something real quick, and I posted this on Instagram last night. I can't believe DC's been dropping the ball a lot. But right at the end, they give they give credit to whoever drew, who writes it and the artist. But if you look in the cover artist right here, it says Jenny Frison did the variant cover. But this is not a Frison cover. This is a, if you can see right there, Care Andrews cover. So, about the story, continues on from that Grim Knight #1 that came out 2 weeks ago. I gotta say, Batman Who Laughs, I was hoping there was going to be more out of this story. Batman, as you know, in the last issue, he's kind of letting himself be taken over by that Joker Venom, and what's his name? Alfred isn't having any of it because he has this whatever, that helmet or whatever it is, and you finally find out in this issue, because I know some people had said, well, how does Batman Who Laughs, how does he even see out of that helmet? It's covering his eyes, blah, blah, blah. Well, they finally talk about it in this issue, how he is able to see. And the reason he's able to see through that is because it's made out of that nth metal, and it kind of gives him this sonar. It's a cool concept. I don't know. But he makes one of his own, and he's able to see through it. So now he can see where there's these portals in Gotham that they're bringing these Bruce Waynes back, these different Bruce Waynes from different universes, and killing them. So he's now able to see where these portals are at. So that's pretty cool. He does go to Blackgate Penitentiary, and that's where he has another standoff right at the end with who he thinks is a guard, and it turns out to be the Batman Who Laughs. So I'm digging Batman Who Laughs. I just really thought it was going to be a better series, I guess I could say. But you could definitely tell Batman Who Laughs is going to be a villain that they're going to continue on with for a good while. So I'm really hoping that you guys were able to acquire a copy of Teen Titans 12, his first appearance. There we go. We're going to move these out of the way. And that's it from DC, guys. Let's move into Marvel. Also, not too many from Marvel this week either. First one's going to be Symbiote Spider-Man #1. This is the Art Germ variant. Really dug that cover. Really nice. Wanted to read it because it had to do with Spider-Man when he first got the black suit, from Secret Wars. And pretty much that there was a time right after where a lot of the story was kind of missing, and it really had to do with the symbiote taking over Peter Parker at night when he thought he was sleeping. Well, the symbiote was actually out there, doing some crime fighting of his own. This story right here has more to do with Mysterio, because Mysterio is going to play a big portion in this symbiote Spider-Man. And I figured because the movie's going to be coming out here soon with Spider-Man Far From Home, Mysterio is the villain in that movie. Well, Marvel's not dumb. They're going to put Mysterio into a Spider-Man book and make him the main villain. I liked it. I got to say, maybe a 6.5 to a 7. Will I continue on? I'll definitely get the next one, because it looks like, it does say at the end of this, in next issue, there's going to be a new villain that is associated with Mysterio. So kind of excited to see that. Might be a villain that we see in this movie. Not entirely too sure. Next book up, we got Web of Venom, The Cult of Carnage. This is the variant cover. Love these covers with Venom and Spider-Man. Anytime you can get a cover that has Venom and Spider-Man together battling or whatever it is, got to pick those up, guys. Really dug this one. As far as the story goes, so Carnage back in, I don't remember the year, 2011, maybe 2013, he went to Doverton, Colorado, and took over the town with his Carnage symbiote. He kind of spread it out to everybody in the town, and they all became part of his cult. So the Avengers go in, and he takes them over too, but he's finally bested by Spider-Man, of course. But this follows up a few months after that story, which was 5-6 years ago. Now they're saying, okay, it's only a few months later. Misty Knight goes into the town to do some investigating, and she finds out that these people that had been taken over by the Carnage symbiote, they had died, and now their bodies are being desecrated, right? A lot of them had already been buried. They've been pulled out of the grave. They're spinal cords have been ripped out of their body, which is insane to me. They're being given to Carnage. I don't know what he's doing with them, if he's eating them or what the heck he's doing. But Misty's now in this town, and she meets up with James Jameson, I think his name is, which is the son of Triple J, of J. Jonah Jameson. And he also had, he's Man-Wolf, and he also has this Carnage symbiote given to him. So don't want to give the very ending away, but seems like a cool story where they're going with it, because I know here soon they're going to be doing a whole like Carnage storyline as far as him going out and killing and retrieving all the symbiote that he had given away at one point. Anybody that's ever had a symbiote, he's going to go out and try to kill them. So dig that. Next up, Amazing Spider-Man number 19. This is the B cover, the Lineal U cover. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Got Kraven on there. This continues on with the Hunted storyline as far as Spider-Man and the rest of his rogue gallery that have anything to do with animal names. They've been put into, what the hell is the name of that forest? Whatever, it doesn't matter. We're going to cut that out. So this continues on with that Hunted storyline where Spider-Man and the rest of his rogue gallery that have anything to do with animal names, they get put in. They're in New York trying to fight for their lives against these billionaire people that are using a VR, virtual reality program, to send these robots in to hunt them. He's trying to get out. Spider-Man's trying to get out. And you know what? Hunted really is not as good as I thought it was going to be, guys. I thought bringing Kraven back in against Spider-Man, I thought it was going to be way better. I'm really hoping that they finally reveal who that villain is that keeps showing up. He showed up in Amazing Spider-Man number 1, but they haven't revealed who it is. And he looks like a mummy, kind of. Looks like Moon-Ra. Moon-Ra. Kind of looks like Moon-Ra with the bandages all around. Not exactly sure. Amazing Spider-Man, I got to give it like a 6, guys. 5.5 to a 6. Really not my favorite. I thought Hunted was going to be way better. Next up, Avengers No Road Home number 9. This is the Matteo Scalera. My comic shop didn't have the A cover. They were sold out, but they had this one pulled for me. I like this cover too, though. Got Conan, got Immortal Hulk. Digging that cover. I do have to go out and find that A cover because that's a super sweet cover with Vision on there, kind of breaking through. This is the next issue is going to be the last one. So this is the second to last issue of this No Road Home story. The Avengers and Nyx are on this planet, and they have met up with kind of like the goddess of this planet who gives pretty much everybody what they want, right? Whatever their deepest desires are. And she goes around and she asks each one of them, even Nyx, what do you want? What's your desire? And because she has the last shard of Nyx's soul. So she says, whoever's desire, I'll give it to whoever I feel deserves this shard. I don't want to give away what the ending is and who she gives it to, but I'm digging it, man. No Road Home it's been a really great story. And part of the reason I like it so much is it has to do more with heroes that aren't the mainstay of the Avengers, right? I mean, you have Rocket Raccoon on there. You do have the Hulk, which Immortal Hulk has been blowing up recently, but you got Hercules in there, Scarlet Witch and Vision, who have kind of taken a back seat as of recently. You brought Conan into the Marvel universe. Really, really enjoying the series. This issue right here, got to give it an 8 to an 8.5. You're going to finally find out what Nyx's big plan is next week on that last issue. So really excited to pick that one up. But anyways, guys, new comic book day. That's all I got. Picked up 10 or 11 books. Really happy with what I got. Remember, I do have my 1-year anniversary 400 subscriber contest going on right now. I'm going to post that link right up there. All you got to do, go to that video. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Like that video and just say you want in. That's the only comment you have to say. Now, if you want to talk a little bit more, I'm super happy about that. I always comment back. Love talking and this comic banter that we got going back and forth. Absolutely love it. Make sure you go on Instagram too, guys. I am trying to stay a little bit more active on Instagram, do some live videos. If you don't have an Instagram, hey, think about getting one. It's free, and there is a ton of comic content on there. A lot of the YouTubers that you watch, they have Instagram pages, and they're posting a lot of stuff, and you can find really good deals on there too. There's a lot of people that are posting, comics for sale on there. So without further ado, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go edit this video and post it for you guys. Hope you have a great Thursday. Come this weekend, I will be on Coast to Coast Live with Jeffrey Comican and Reekin and his comics, my buddy Rod. So until Saturday, take it easy. Peace.